Hey guys, welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. In this video, I want to talk about Lightfall, everything Lightfall, roadmap to Lightfall. Now, this is going to be Redrix's roadmap to Destiny 2 Lightfall 2023. This is my potential lead up to Lightfall, the release date of Season 17, 18, 19, and of course, Lightfall itself. We're going to go over some little things there and there, but this is really me looking back from what we got in Year 3 and Year 4 and applying it to Year 5 for our prediction of what the roadmap's going to look like leading up to Lightfall. Because we're done with Season of the Risen, basically, and then we're going into Season 17, and then by that time, we'll be right around the corner to Season 18, and then after that's done, we get the reveal for Lightfall, and then Season 19, and then etc. And then there you go. So of course we know Lightfall will be 2023, not 2022, but we're just going to go over, of course, like everything we know of right now. And of course, the longer we go far back, that's going to be more like, really, that's what I believe is going to happen, but it could lead up to change. But here we go, we're just going to get right into it. So, of course, we got January, this is pre-Witch Queen, Season of the Lost, Season 15, and then February, Witch Queen launch, Season of the Risen, Season 16, Year 5, 3-month season. Usually the two first seasons are 3 months. That is what happened with Chosen, that is what happened with, Dawn. It's usually the first 2 seasons are not going to be 4 to 5 months. That's really how it goes down, because this is really what Bungie does. So we know March, Season 16, Season of the Risen, and then April, Season of the Risen, right there. Now, May 24th, 2022 is the release date of Season 17. That is the only thing that has been confirmed about Season 17. We don't know the name of it, but we do know it's a 3-month season. And now, if it follows what had happened with last year, it should cover all of June, July, and about August. Now, I understand that Season of the Splicer last year was 4 months, and it went from May 11th to all the way to August 24th. Now, could we see Season 18 in late August to early September? That's when we could see it. Now, we could see Season 18 launch in August. It just hasn't been, confirmed, and this is just what I believe, because May 24th, we only have 1 week in May, you know what I mean? So we'll go right into June. So I feel like it would be June, July, August, and then September, we should get the release date of Season 18, which is usually the season with 4 months, and of course we're getting a raid, which would be either King's Fall or Wrath of the Machine, which is, of course, Season 18, and that is September. So that should really cover all the way up to August. Season 17 is usually 3 months. Not anything really. A lot of people could be, against it. Again, if you have your opinion on this and you have something different, you can put it in the comments down below. But you usually see the 3-month season with Season of the Risen and Season 17. Now, going into September, we are going to get Season 18. Now, we don't really know much about it. We know we're going to get a raid of some sort from Destiny 1 and some other things like that. Our next, last, actually, light subclass update, because Season 17 will have a lights class update, so we'll Season 18, and then that's it. So, I think September, October, November, December, all 4 months, because that will be 4-month season. That usually is a little bit longer than Season 17, and I feel like all September, October, November, December should cover that all the way through. That's usually how it would go. Now, going into January, late December, we should see the launch of Season 19. Now, this is, of course, next year, and it would be Season 19, 4 to 6 months. Now, this would be the longest season. Now, could we see this season be longer than Season of the Lost? We could, potentially. But, you know what I think is I feel like it would actually be around the same to a bit lower amount of time for Lightfall instead of Witch Queen. Because Witch Queen was developed during COVID, and we could see, of course, Lightfall coming out a bit earlier than Witch Queen. As I said here, the Lightfall release date could happen from April 2023 to July 2023. If Season 19 has an additional DLC similar to the Bungie 30th anniversary last year, we could see another 5 to 6 month season, which I think they will actually do, because the Bungie 30th anniversary was such a success, and I feel like they would actually do another somewhat similar little DLC add-on if they need to make a 3-month, 6-month season again, something around there. Can be April 2023 if Bungie feels Lightfall is more complete than what Witch Queen was, as Lightfall is not being affected with COVID-19 as much as Witch Queen was when being developed. Now, this is what I believe, because Beyond Light, when it launched, I don't think Savathun's story narrative and like all the things they were going to add in Witch Queen was fully developed, because that was a pandemic's, of course, expansion, and then you got COVID going into 2021. Something different here, though, is that we're really not branching as much last year as we were affected to COVID, so Lightfall could definitely be a bit more finished, developed, and all that than Witch Queen. I said April 2023 because it already looks like they finished like their figure on the Witness. It already looks like they know the story, as you probably can tell that season with Witch Queen, they were leaking and they were hinting at the Witness and Lightfall. It looks like they already have the narrative story, going into it, and it's more complete because Beyond Light had nothing to do with, of course, the Witch Queen, and they had to, of course, delay it. So could we see April 2023 being the release date? Possibly. But we could also see July being the latest release date for Lightfall. Could it happen anytime around here? And I feel like, if Bungie is more complete this time around, because, again, Witness is already done. They've already hinted at the next expansion a lot. It feels like they have a more, developed this time around than Witch Queen was, because it wasn't affected by COVID. Lightfall could be April. It could be a 3-6 month season. It could be any time from there. So that's what I think. But of course, January would launch. That would be the start of Season 19. Then February, then March, and of course April, May, June, and July. Again, it can go anyway, but I do feel like Lightfall might, by the time we get to January, might be a bit more finished. But it depends if they're going to make it bigger than Witch Queen, or if they're going to be like, we should just, finish it now and then work all our attention on the final shape after Lightfall, because that is actually the last expansion, and they need to do good on that one for the technically epic conclusion of the Light and Dark saga. I want Lightfall to be really good. I really do. I don't want them to rush it. But again, the whole release date schedule with DLCs have been so different now, as I wouldn't say years ago that July would be an expansion time, but usually September to like December is usually time back then when expansion launches. And now we're going into the summer of DLC launches. So we don't know really. But think about that, as Lightfall could release any time from now and then. But just be aware of that, because Lightfall might be pushed back a bit far into the spring to maybe even the summer of 2023. But they could actually launch it in like April or something earlier than what Witch Queen was, because technically, in my look, they do have Lightfall a bit more finished this time around than with Witch Queen with Beyond Light. So we'll find out more. But if you guys don't mind, subscribe. And like, that would mean a lot to the channel, because I'm actually thinking of doing a roadmap to the final shape in 2024 or something around that, if you guys are interested. Of course, this is all a prediction, and it can change a lot, because we're talking like a year before this expansion even launches. But it's something to look at, as I think it could actually happen. These first 2 seasons, I feel fairly confident that these are the release dates for, but we'll find out, and I'll maybe update this later on, and we can actually get a real, roadmap into Lightfall, and you could use this if you want, if you're interested. But yeah, that really covers it for this video. If you guys do enjoy and like this type of content, then please subscribe and like, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.